My brothers and cousins and uncles would get together and we'd play a board game called Pollyanna. It's played with the dice. You roll the dice and move your members so many spaces around. And it'd be 4 or 5 people playing it. And whoever lost the game, you had to be punished. And so we would tie a string about 2 feet long onto the back of your belt, and then we'd tie a big firecracker, a big 3-inch firecracker, to the other end of the string, and then light it, and the loser would have to break to run, hopefully getting the string strung out behind him away from him. Because if he wasn't running fast, the string would be hanging right down at his butt and go off and put a bunch of blister on him. So you have to run real fast to get that string stuck straight out when the firecracker went off. We didn't have the money to go to movies or anything. We had to devise things to amuse ourselves. And most of them was vicious or vindictive in some manner.
Wine.
My cousin Lonnie's family was all Church of Christ people. And we lived about 2 blocks away, and there was a big Church of Christ between our 2 houses. And Lonnie would have to go build a fire in the basement of the church on Sunday morning and then again on Sunday night. Sunday evening at 3 or 4 o'clock, he would come over to my house and get me to go over to the church with him. And we'd go over there and go down in the basement and build a fire in that big furnace. And after we got the fire built, we'd go get into the church sacrament wine, and we'd steal enough of that wine to get forgiveness of our sins for 6 months at a time.
Did you get drunk?
Well, it was fermented wine. It wouldn't make you drunk, but it'd make you buzzy.
It wasn't grape juice?
Well, it was that same stuff that we use for they call it the Lord's Supper. And it was mine and Lonnie's supper.
Who brought this on?
I was telling Daddy that we were watching Will's show, and ever since Michael had been talking to me about the one-woman show about Ann Sullivan, that we were talking about the script and how it lacked humor, and we're trying to figure out how to put humor in it. And I was thinking that the funniest stories that I know of are the ones that Daddy and his family have told me about their childhood, and the mule story and the pin and the cotton story and the winch truck and all the stories that I'm swimming through the creek with a lunchbox in your teeth and a brother on your back to get to school. And those are the best stories I could think of to do a one-person show. And I was thinking of maybe having Michael sit down and look at our cookbook and try to write a one-woman show for me to do at the family reunions and stuff.
Just a couple of years before our daddy died, he got us a billy goat for Christmas that had a wagon. And the billy goat had the harness like a mule harness. And a green wagon, red and green wagon. And we'd hook a harness onto that billy goat and he'd pull that wagon. And all 3 of us boys in it. We rode that wagon all over Weavertown. That goat was pretty mean, and there used to be some big old boys that went to school up there where we did call them McCluskeys. They lived all the way down as far as you could go down there in the holler, and they always given us a bad time. They were a whole lot bigger than us, and they had to come by our house going home, going all the way down in that big holler. So we trained that goat to chase it, but, and they was all scared to death of that goat. So one afternoon there, Sure enough, we got home first and undone the goat, and then McCluskey boys come back. We made that goat chase them McCluskeys, and he chased them all the way down in the holler, all the way to their house, and they went in and told their mama what we had done, and she must have been 65 years old. And it was probably a mile and a half down to their house. Well, that old woman come charging out of the house and chased us home and come all the way up to our house, which is all the way up to the highway, and told Mama what we had done, and Mama just beat the hell out of all of us. If we could make them goat chase them McCluskey, he'd run at him like he's gonna butt them, boy, they'd cut out. We used to pick cotton for Ronnie's Uncle Walter. He was about 13, 14 years old. And you'd have to pick real hard all day to get 100 pounds. And they paid $3 a hundred, so you'd work back-breaking labor all day for $3. So we wasn't the most well-behaved kids in the world. And me and Lonnie would pick till we got a sack full, and then before we take it to the scales to weigh up, we'd pee in the cotton to make it weigh heavier.
I mean, you can use that.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I imagine any kind of mischief that you could get into that you think might shock me, I've probably already done it.